Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. We begin the show this week with the signing of new legislation aimed to grant convicted individuals a better chance to getting employed. Executive Ike Leggett signed the Ban the Box legislation, which delays the ability of employers to find out about job applicants' criminal records.
Now, this bill simply moves further into the hiring process by prohibiting inquiries by some prospective employers into an applicant's criminal history at an early stage of the hiring process.
The bill does not guarantee a job interview or a job to any individual. It bans Montgomery County employers from having a box for convicted individuals to check on job applications. Councilmember Mark Elrich sponsored the bill and says it simply gives an opportunity and a second chance to those who have already served their sentences.
We spend a lot of money trying to get people back into the community and back to work. Our corrections department has an outstanding reputation for the work it does with prisoners to help them come back to a life where they have other opportunities. And to not be able to fulfill and follow up on the work we do because people are simply turned away because of a check on a box is just wrong. We can make people productive. We owe it to them. We owe it to ourselves to make everybody who can be productive.
The director of the Montgomery County Corrections and Rehabilitation was also at the bill signing ceremony, highlighting that conviction should not be a life sentence for those who want to reintegrate themselves to society. There are certain exemptions to the bill, and employers may ask about any past convictions from potential employees at a job interview.
But we also recognize that employers have legitimate concerns. We provided appropriate exemptions. Child care is not covered. Those who have to get a federal security clearance are explicitly exempted, and so we made appropriate revisions that accommodated the legitimate concerns of employers. While
the legislation will go into effect on February 10th, 2015. Enforcement will be carried by the Office of Human Rights. In recognition of Veterans Day this week, the county participated in a number of events honoring both those who serve and those who have fallen. But Susan Kennedy attended a special ceremony to honor these county's heroes. Susan?
This eternal flame unveiled today at the dedication of Memorial Plaza here is Montgomery County's way of saying thank you to the thousands of men and women who have served our country. The ceremony was an opportunity for Montgomery County to show its appreciation and support to our vets who ensure our continued safety. The Memorial Plaza is part of the Judicial Center Annex construction project that began in 2011. A host of local and state officials were on hand for the official ceremony. The event was planned to coincide with Veterans Day. County Executive Ike Leggett, a Vietnam veteran, says the day always brings up conflicts and emotion for him and many others.
On one hand, it is a sad occasion because we are reminded of the tragic loss of life. On the other hand, it is an affirmation that those who died will be remembered for their courage and sacrifice, and that those who live will receive the best care and service that a grateful nation has to offer.
And as the son of a Vietnam veteran,
Council President Craig Rice became emotional at the dedication when he spoke of his father and the struggles he endured after returning from Vietnam.
The great things that he was able to accomplish, but also the trials and tribulations that he experiences every day as he loses many of his friends and becomes more disconnected.
Among those in attendance, Montgomery County resident Commander Everett Alvarez, the first American pilot shot down in Vietnam who was a prisoner of war for 8.5 years. He says the wars we are fighting today are much different because soldiers are going back on multiple tours.
This small community, the military community and the Guard and Reserve who have been there, they're the ones making the sacrifice. It's good that we're able to recognize the service of these individuals, and I think it's important that we continue to do so. Yeah.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
Two new members were elected to County Council during this election cycle. Former mayor of the city of Gaithersburg, Sidney Katz, and former state delegate Tom Hucker will join Montgomery County Council after the December 1st swearing-in ceremony. Both were guests this week during our Spanish language radio show, and both talked about their vision and plans for the county.
The investment that you make in education is much more than just education itself.
Sabemos que la inversión que se hace en la educación es más allá de la educación en sí mismo, dice el señor Katz.
It has to do with economic development. It has to do with every part of our lives.
Tiene que ver con el desarrollo económico, todo lo que tiene que ver con nuestras vidas.
People have said forever that our children are our future.
Siempre hemos escuchado que nuestros hijos son el futuro.
And we need to invest in our future.
I know that's one reason we're both going to focus very much on developing the Montgomery County economy, because unless we have job growth and a robust economy, then you're facing either increased taxes or service cuts, and neither one of us want either one of those.
The swearing-in ceremony for the entire county council and the county executive will take place on December 1st at 11 a.m. at Richard Montgomery High School in Rockville. It is free and open to the public. The global concern about Ebola continues to be at the forefront of World Health Organizations. Here in Montgomery County, health officials aim to ascertain that the public be properly informed about this virus. Therefore, a free workshop will be presented at the Germantown Library, where the county's public health administrator will share his expertise on Ebola and basic facts on how the county and state agencies are getting ready to address it. The workshop will be held on Thursday, November 20th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Montgomery County Police Department continues investigating a series of auto property thefts that have occurred during the last 3 months while people are filling up their vehicles with gas. The suspects look for a distracted victim and quickly enter the victim's vehicle to rob them of belongings inside the vehicle or even take their cars. Police urge residents to remove their keys from their vehicle's ignition and lock their vehicles while they are at the gas stations. Anyone with information about these thefts is asked to call the Centralized Auto Theft Section at 240-773-6370.
I'm Colby Ford. Coming up next, we'll take you to the F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater in Rockville for the Energy Benchmarking Introductory Forum.
And when we come back, Montgomery College also celebrates Veterans Day through a program designed exclusively for them. Stay with us. County Report this week. It's coming right back.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The county implemented a law earlier this year that requires commercial property owners to measure and report the amount of electricity and water used in their buildings. Stakeholders recently met to discuss this legislation. Rockville 11 has a story.
Montgomery County is the first county to enact an Energy Star benchmarking law. Area building owners came to the F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater to find out how this new law will affect them. An overview of the new Montgomery County Energy Benchmarking Law was provided today by a panel of local building owners, the county, and Environmental Protection Agency representatives who have experience with the recent legislation. The F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater was a full house. Among the speakers was Leslie Cook, the spokesperson for the Energy Star label for the U.S. EPA.
So benchmarking in its simplest form is measuring your energy use and water use in your building so that you can manage it properly, so that you can cut your waste and be more economically competitive.
The bill requires owners of non-residential buildings in Montgomery County to benchmark and report their energy use. Michelle Vegan, Senior Energy Planner for the county's Department of Environmental Protection, says that businesses who monitor how much power they use will have an understanding of how to reduce energy costs.
Benchmarking is an important first step in getting to know what those costs are and doing something about it.
But don't just take Vegan's word for it. Jessica Long, a representative for JBG Companies, says that 50% of their buildings have Energy Star labels, and they've seen positive financial benefits.
Obvious savings have been in the utility bills themselves. At this point, we're measuring about $4.5 million in annual savings across our entire portfolio.
The legislation, passed in May 2014, will affect large non-residential properties of 50,000 square feet, and it aims to improve the quality of the environment.
The county is hoping to accomplish through this bill a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. Commercial buildings make up 1/3 of greenhouse gas emissions in the county, and benchmarking really provides that first tool to help reduce those energy costs, energy use, and the greenhouse gas emissions.
The city of Rockville is not included in the new mandate, but commercial property owners and tenants who are interested in benchmarking can take advantage of the resources the county has pulled together. For up-to-date information, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/DEP. For County Report This Week, I'm Colby Ford.
Montgomery College, along with one of its global giant partners, is showing appreciation for student veterans by putting them face-to-face with a panel of career-accomplished vets who aim to share with them the skills to succeed.
In honor of our veterans, Montgomery College hosted a panel presentation with corporate partner Accenture to help veteran students transition from college to career.
This is an extension of what is now a 4-year relationship between Accenture and Montgomery College, and we've expanded our Skills to Succeed program to now include outreach to veterans and our Veterans Hiring Initiative, and really partnering not only with Montgomery College and all the work they've been doing with veterans, but also the University of Maryland University College and the 9 schools in the University of Maryland system.
The panel of speakers consisted of major players in Accenture's professional market, all of whom are veterans themselves.
I think it's a really good event. I believe it's a good turnout that we have, and I believe that veterans are getting the skill sets that we need, because as a veteran, it's very hard to transition from military life into civilian life, even as small things as, how do you get rid of all the acronyms and how do you make it business friendly or civilian friendly, your resume, for example.
It helps them to see that there are employers out there that truly do want them to be a valued employer with us and how they can do that. So we're really trying to help them see what are the opportunities that's out there and with organizations like Accenture as well as others, but more importantly with Accenture.
Montgomery College's Combat to College program was one of the key components in organizing this event.
One of the major focuses that Combat to College and Montgomery College has always had is to engage with our student veterans or students in general and to reach them where they are and literally pull them forward, pull them up, and bring them into a successful future.
Montgomery College's dedication to student achievement is set to become even greater through partnerships like these.
What this will eventually become, it remains to be seen, but we're very optimistic.
For County Report This Week at Montgomery College, Germantown, I'm James McLean.
Now it's time to check in with Tom Polk from the county's Department of Transportation, who has our latest transportation update. Tom?
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. MCDOT and the Maryland State Highway Administration are seeking volunteers, residents, businesses, and community organizations to serve on Bus Rapid Transit Corridor Advisory Committees. Members will provide input on concepts for a rapid transit system, or RTS. Over the next 2 years, the roadways that will be evaluated for RTS are Georgia Avenue, Colesville Road, Columbia Pike, Maryland Route 355, and Veers Mill Road. DOT is especially interested in recruiting committee members who live or work along these roadways. The RTS will play a vital role in the county's future, boosting economic development and job creation, and provide a much-needed relief from traffic congestion. A self-nomination form due on November 21st is available online and details the selection procedures and operating guidelines for the advisory committees. For more information, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/RTS. We are working to keep you moving.
The 2014 annual leaf collection season is underway. The county's Department of Transportation will schedule 2 pickups only in neighborhoods within the collection district. Posted signs will indicate pickup dates to give residents ample time to rake their leaves to the edge of the road. MDOT is asking that the leaves are not raked into the streets, but rather near the edge of properties. For information on leaf pickup in your neighborhood, visit this website or call 311.
Coming up next on County Report this week, we have the behind-the-scenes look of the brand new Islamic Society of Germantown.
And Superintendent Dr. Joshua Starr delivers the State of the School address. Stay with us. County Report this week. We'll be right back.
You're invited to Montgomery County's premier social event, the 29th Annual Executives Ball Inauguration 2014, celebrating the arts and a county in bloom. Monday, December 1st at the North Bethesda Marriott. Spend an elegant evening with the political stars that make Montgomery County the greatest place to live. RSVP and purchase raffle tickets online for your chance to win a Prius. Attendance not required to win. All proceeds benefit arts and humanities organizations. We'll see you on December 1st.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Vigili. The Music Center at Strathmore was a very busy place as MCPS hosted their 3rd annual State of the Schools. Superintendent Joshua Starr shared his vision for student success and highlighted the achievements of outstanding students, staff, and schools.
Community leaders, parents, and MCPS staff gathered at the Music Center at Strathmore on November 11th to hear Superintendent Joshua Starr's 3rd annual State of the Schools address. Prior to Dr. Starr's speech, more than 850 attendees enjoyed a student art exhibit and watched a variety of student music and performance groups.
What we see here today between the student performances, the artwork that's out here, we really do an incredible job supporting the arts.
During his presentation, Dr. Starr highlighted 5 strategies that will allow students to thrive in their future.
Our 5 strategies are academic rigor and culturally proficient instruction, great teaching and learning that's rigorous, relevant, and meets the needs of all students, equitable funding and support, providing resources where they are needed most. Human capital management, hiring, retaining, and developing the very best educators, school leaders, and support professionals. Community engagement, partnering with parents and the community to meet the needs of our students and their families. And operational excellence and continuous improvement.
Dr. Starr also discussed how the school system must increase our efforts to close the achievement gap.
For the first time, we have set very specific gap closing targets, in addition to our overall student achievement targets. There has never been a greater sense of urgency to close gaps and enable our students to achieve new, higher standards.
The superintendent spoke about how the school system is increasing the use of technology, fostering greater partnerships with government, businesses, and parents, as well as emphasizing the commitment to social-emotional learning.
We know that if students feel cared for, if they know someone is looking out for them, if they feel valued and welcomed, they will do better in school and in life.
Attendees commented about the event and Dr. Starr's speech.
I liked his emphasis on equity in our schools, recognizing that each child in each school is unique and they may need a different set of solutions to make sure that every child is successful.
Everyone knows that education is something that truly changes lives, and it's important for Montgomery County Public Schools to let everyone know how we're and working in a very positive way to affect them.
I like that Dr. Starr said that we're moving more towards a cultural proficient instructional approach, because that will help us with a diverse community in Montgomery County.
It's great for us to really start to understand for the upcoming year what our priorities and plans are for one of the largest school systems in this nation.
The Muslim community has a new mosque to attend services, gather, and worship. A recently built temple in Germantown will serve as a permanent spiritual home to the community. My MC Media's Alini Barros has a story.
There's a new place for praying and gathering in Montgomery County. We got the first look of the brand new Islamic Society of Germantown. The new mosque on Blunt Road is the result of 10 years of community fundraising and private donations. It will be open every day to serve a diverse and growing up-county area. Muslim leaders said there are nearly 100,000 Muslims in the county.
We're not just throwing something together, just making sure that it's a good place where we can invite interfaith groups as well as community.
Before this mosque opened, Muslims had to travel to Frederick or Gaithersburg to pray.
It was always difficult for us to be able to go to the mosque because there is not enough places in the mosque.
But this mosque can house more than 300 people praying at the same time. It also features a full commercial kitchen, women's prayer hall, and private parking.
Knowing my wife and my kids will all be around here playing is very important to me. I think that's for a lot of us here, just having a central place now to come to and build a community and be together with the community.
Family-oriented services such as marriage counseling and a preschool program to serve 60 kids ages 3 to 4 will be available.
Where we're able to have an environment strictly for Muslim kids where they can learn about the religion, learn about Quran, but also implement a regular curriculum that would go through.
As American Muslims, it's our duty to identify and educate others about the faith.
Like the rest of our major faith traditions, this is a place where we take off our shoes. This is sacred space.
It's a dream coming true. We're so happy and pleased that the Islamic Society of Germantown was able to accommodate the needs for women and mother and children.
For more information, visit the Islamic Society of Germantown website. For County Report this week, I'm Alini Barros.
Get ready for the county's annual Thanksgiving parade, which promises to be a grand celebration to kick off the holiday season. More than 100 units will participate in the parade on Saturday, November 22nd in downtown Silver Spring. Festivities start at 10 a.m. and the parade route will be the same as last year, proceeding south on Georgia Avenue and ending at Silver Spring Avenue. Also on Thanksgiving Day, the Fillmore Silver Spring and Shepherd's Stable will come together to host the third annual Giving Thanks event on Thanksgiving Day. The Fillmore will open from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. to provide seasonal treats, live music, and takeaway care packages for those in need. The venue will feature a live jazz band, dessert service, and warm drinks. Donated products, including food, toiletries, and clothes, will be set out for attendees to assemble care packages by choosing the products that they need most. Donations are being accepted from noon to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday at the venue.
Coming up on County Report this week, we'll sit down with author David Baldacci and we'll tell you when he'll be in Montgomery County.
And also, when we come back, Kathy Stanhope tells us about the Montgomery County Humane Society. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Now is the perfect time to register for winter session and spring semester classes at Montgomery College. Choose courses from more than 130 majors and programs offered at our campus locations and online. Register today online or at any of our 3 campuses. MC has just unveiled the Sister to Sister mentoring program on the Germantown campus. The program is designed to promote academic success and personal enrichment for first semester African American women and offers internship, networking, career development, and scholarship support. A gift from the Hess Foundation has enabled MC, the universities at Shady Grove, MCPS, and local business leaders to launch an integrated experiential learning cooperative. It will provide on-the-job training and work-ready skills for high school and college students.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Vigili. Best-selling author David Baldacci, who book lovers may know as the master of thrills and intrigue, is scheduled to visit the Gaithersburg Library on December 2nd to discuss his latest novel, The Escape. My MC Media's Sonia Burke joined us with more. Sonia?
That's right, Lorna. I'm in Virginia at the offices of David Baldacci. You know him as the best-selling author of books such as Absolute Power. But did you also know that he's created a foundation to address illiteracy across the United States?
My wife and I founded it about 15 years ago, and we support and fund literacy organizations across the U.S. and supported programs in almost all 50 states. Financial support and other support that we can lend to them.
It's called the Wish You Well Foundation, and one of its signature programs collects new and gently used books to distribute to area food banks.
On my book tours, I send these big white boxes out ahead of time, and my fans can load it up with new and gently used books, and then once the box is full, we pay to have it shipped to local area food banks.
Those white boxes will be at the Gaithersburg Library on December 2nd when author David Baldacci visits Montgomery County to talk about his newest novel, The Escape.
The Escape is a third installment in the John Puller series. He's my military investigator. The first two books were Zero Day and The Forgotten. In this book, he is tasked to hunt down probably his most elusive foe. It's his own brother who's escaped from a maximum security military prison. He was convicted of treason a long time ago. So it's brother after brother in this one. And I set this story up in the very first Puller novel that people knew something was going to be resolved with this. And this book, The Escape, is where that part of the story gets resolved.
And he's excited to talk about his 29th book with his fans in Montgomery County.
I'm really excited how it turned out. I know the fans will be excited about reading this next installment and seeing the resolution of the storyline that's been there for a long time.
You can find more information about his December 2nd visit on the Gaithersburg Book Festival's website.
I was surprised that I had never really done anything with the book festival and the library there because it's really in my backyard. And I'm really thrilled that I'm able to do it this year.
And don't forget those white boxes to help share the joy of reading.
Bring a book and we'll have a great time.
For County Report This Week, I'm Sonia Burke.
Executive Ike Leggett and other county officials participated in the groundbreaking ceremony for renovation of the Ross Body Neighborhood Recreation Center in Sandy Spring. Work is now underway to improve and renovate this community center, making it the 8th recreation facility modernized in the last 4 years. Completion is expected to happen in the summer of 2016. And now we go to Kathy Stanhope for more information about the Humane Society and how it saves lives. Kathy?
There's been a lot of confusion lately about MCHS versus the new animal shelter that Montgomery County has. The new shelter is run by the police department. MCHS used to run that contract for, I believe, over 50 years with the county, but we are no longer county sponsored. We are a non-profit organization taking all of our funds strictly from the public. We also no longer take animals relinquished by the public. If you have an animal that needs to be placed, you do have to go to the county-run shelter. But what we do, we now take animals from high kill shelters all over the area. We take animals that are in risk of being put down, and we bring them here to Montgomery County. We take animals that we think will be able to find good homes for, and we know that once we take an animal out of a high kill shelter, that animal will eventually find a home. The wonderful thing about MCHS now is we are full support service. If you adopt and have a problem, please come back to us and we will help you. And remember, if you adopt from us, you can always bring the animal back. We will be happy to take that animal and find him another home, and he will never be in jeopardy of being put down. Our dogs and our cats are located in Rockville in 2 different locations. We always encourage visitors. Please give us a call or visit us on the web at mchumane.org.
And with that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.